They say there are about 27,000 known species of butterflies and about 10 times that many moths. But they also say there are probably 100,000 species waiting to be discovered. Now they know there are not 189 but 190 species in Florida. It was discovered in our collections department here by Dr. Andy Warren. He was going through various different collections and decided that it probably thought it was a new species. So he sent out an email to different amateur butterfly enthusiasts to look through their collections and look at their old pictures, and sure enough found several people who had actually documented them in South Florida. That's another species for the record books. People are fascinated by butterflies. Every primitive culture, every modern culture has a spot for butterflies in their kind of their pantheon of myths. To terminal kids that we get from Shands all the time, they represent rebirth. The releases are one time of the week you can count on them. We'll have a full house. We started because we realized that there were times of the day when we had butterflies piling up in our rearing lab. In other words, more butterflies were emerging than we could physically get out into the exhibit. When we had started with maybe 800 to 1,200 butterflies. And as we increased the numbers closer to 2,000, that meant that we needed to release butterflies at times of the day. So we started with one release a day, and that one release became so packed with people because of the information we impart that we decided to split it up into 3 releases. Well, our capacity is around 150 people in the rainforest, and generally speaking, we have that many in there. They benefit the museum in that they bring people through the door, which is always our bottom line, but secondary to that is that they kind of spread the message that we're trying to promote. We're trying to make everyone leave here with an awareness of why the rainforest would be important to them. You know, some people will say, why should I care what happens in some other country? And we're trying to encourage people to think about where fresh water comes from, why pollination would be important, why specific medicinal characteristics of certain plants that butterflies may use would be important to know about, things like that. But in short, rainforest preservation is our main message. We have, on average, 1,500 to 2,000 live butterflies flying in the exhibit of about 75 different species, and they represent farms in Central and South America, Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Africa, and the Philippines. So that money goes directly to those people in those developing countries, giving them an economic reason not to cut the rainforest down, which we think is a good thing. In the collection area, the total numbers vary because they haven't finished counting them, anywhere from 6.5 million to 12.5 million butterflies, potentially the largest collection in the world by several million. You know, we hope that this place will be known as the premier place to come see tropical butterflies in the United States. It's already the biggest center for the study of butterflies in the world. We want to make our exhibit the most incredible one anyone's ever seen in terms of numbers of butterflies flying and the plant material that we display.
Butterflies are such gentle, harmless creatures that seem to be so varied and attractive. They're generally very relaxing to be about and be around and to get to enjoy them, knowing that you don't have to worry about anything. There's always something new for me to learn, so I can assure you there is something for visitors to come and learn. There will always be something new, and I am ever fascinated. Not nearly a day doesn't go by that I can learn something new about them.